And tonight, they play their first game ever at home in European competition. It's the first round of the UEFA Cup's second leg. Can Watford wipe out the 2-goal deficit when they went down 3-1 against Kaiserslautern in the first leg in Germany a fortnight ago? Our commentator is John Watson.
Barnes on, and Richardson, and it's there! Ian Richardson, on his first team debut for Watford, has scored after 4 minutes, the early goal they wanted. What a superb start. 19 years old, he scored twice against the China team when Watford toured in the summer. Got a place tonight only because of the injury this morning to Lohman, and he's given Watford the opening that they needed and brought the aggregate back to 3-2. How well he took it. Watford packed the area, and now Terry arrives. Rostrom feels for a foul by the crowd. Here's Palmer, driven in low, oh, and it gets to number 4, an own goal, Meltzer. It's 2-0, and the aggregate is level. Watford have wiped out Kaiserslautern's lead in the opening 10 minutes. Charlie Palmer got that ball in, the goalkeeper parried, it's an own goal off the number 4, Werner Meltzer, and it's 2-0 on the night. How well Steve Cherry has played at the back. This is Johnson. Played in early for Richardson to slide in. Well, I'd say, what a brilliant goal, his second of the match. And it looked so simple, but it was beautifully contrived. Between two of the youngest players, Richard Johnson with the cross, he was in Sunday League football a year ago, and the lad Richardson has now scored twice in his first senior match for Watford. Just slid in and scooped it over the goalkeeper. The sort of finish a veteran would be proud of. Well, he was on loan to Blackpool last season for a while. He scored 2 goals when he was up there. A natural finisher. But what about that? Against a European defence full of experienced players. Now, what that means is that Watford lead 3-0 on the night. They lead 4-3 on aggregate. But if Kaiserslautern were to score now, they could send the match into extra time. But Richardson's done his part, he scored 2. Nielsen, it's dangerous here, and it still is. Aim in the headlines, and make sure that Watford keep theirs in that very place as they move on to the next round of the UEFA Cup.
With you, John, this is the greatest result of my career. Perhaps not the greatest performance, but the greatest result.
And I think the background to that really is how many players, 7 in all, this morning you told me at the training ground, were unavailable for selection.
Yes, we've got 7 for one reason or another, mainly injuries who aren't available for selection. And but we've tried very hard this season not to bleat about things. I think the people who know the inside of this club know that this is now a different Watford team from the team that qualified for Europe. And really, they're just kids, and tremendous result.
What about the thinking behind the now inspired selection of Ian Richardson?
Well, I suppose you take certain credit at certain times. I felt that there is a man-to-man situation. The natural selection, when I had these injury problems this morning, was to take a winger, which I could have done. But Ian has got natural pace, and he's also a goal scorer. And on a man-to-man situation, I felt that was well worth having a go at. perhaps I ought to tell you the truth and say it was the only one I got left.
Did you honestly feel, when that team ran out onto the pitch tonight, with a 2-goal deficit to make up against what, after all, are supposedly a good West German side by their standards, did you honestly feel you could do it?
If everything was right, yes. It's no good me saying, no, I didn't now, because I told the players this lunchtime that they could do it, and I really believe every game I play, or every team that represents me, the place can win. On reflection, when you look at it, we shouldn't have won. We shouldn't have had a chance tonight. And, of course, there were a lot of heart-stopping moments, really. But, no, I always believe you can...
With Levski